Hey y'all. Honey girl right back there. Beautiful soul. It's my baby. I love her. Certainly blessed to have her. So, yeah, police harassment. Honey girl and I, we've been, well, I'd say originally when it started for me, right, honey girl? She's like, here we go. That's right, baby. So, we were at this place called Dingerville in Orville, RV park, whatever. So, anyways, I'll just sum it up. I was working like 75 to 120 hours a week. She was in this place called Fern Feathers Pet Resort in Yuba City. So I drop her off, and well, anyways, so she'd been there for like a couple days, and so this old dude across from the space I was in, he like I googled me. He was like in his 80s. He just looked weird. Didn't say nothing. I just did some weird eye movements back to him. So, anyways, the next on the next Saturday, right? Honey Girl was in pup care. So on a Saturday morning, I was getting ready to go to work. Had a remote van and whatever, and so she hadn't even been there, right? So she was in there for a couple days, and so, which was hard because I missed her, and I just think of that was a douchey company, and anyways, I miss her, and she's always with me. So, but guy across said, he goes, if she shits on his lawn one more time, he's gonna kill her. And then space next to him was empty, and the other guy ran down, another 80-something-year-old, and he said, yeah, he goes, I'll kill both of you and dispose your bodies behind your trailer. And then he started running at me. Mistake. And so I said, you know what? I go, you said that about my dog. And so now I go, you better stop running because you're going to end up falling on the ground, probably from a broken hip, with a boot print on your face. And I go, I guess I'm going to have to call law harassment. So I called Butte County Sheriff. They didn't want to come out. When they eventually did, there was two of them, two she-male Karens. And he looked at me like, he was pissed off. And so goes over there, and both of them laugh about it. I also told the two she-male Karens, go knit a she-male Karen suit, climb in it, and get out of my face before, I have to do what I have to do. So, but both, dirty cops laughed at it, came back to me, and the other guy didn't say nothing, but the one guy that was a dick, right? Well, they both were, but he said he needed to check me for weapons and stuff. I go, why? And he goes, because they said that I did it, right? I made it up. And I was like, oh, really? It's like reverse psychology. You don't even understand. I go, well, you don't need to check me, but go ahead. So he didn't, but he said, well, if he comes back here again, he's going to arrest me. And I go, well, you could try. I mean, come on back if you want. You could try, but I don't recommend it. And so later on, I called the station and I said, where's that piece of shit? And he gets on the phone. He goes, you can't talk to me like that. I go, well, why aren't you coming here for me? You can bring your other dirty cop. And so anyways, they never filed a report. And come to find out, the 80-year-old guy was an ex-cop, and he had harassed people before. So anyways, and then the next time, that went nowhere. I tried to, they cover each other, but you see, it's coming out. And then when I was in Berkeley, California, I was finished up with the refrigeration job, and Honey was in pup care, and I'd put her in pup care. Sometimes I could bring her with me, but most of the time so anyways, she's always with me. So, but I was finished at the refrigeration job, and there was this homeless people's park, basically had a tree house with a generator, I'm sure. And so I was like, it was later. I was not double park. I had my hazards on. I was waiting to park, and there was nobody on the streets. And this dirty cop comes next to me, and I'm like, what does he want? So I roll window down. He's on the passenger side. Say, hey, how's it going, officer? He goes, turn off your effing hazards. I go, what? He goes, yeah, put your turn signal on. I go, no, I'm waiting to park. And I go, you know what? I'm out of blinker fluid. And I said, get the fuck out of my face and go do your job. And he didn't like that, so he went to go pull his gun. Right? And then up in Susanville, this 20-year-old wanted to fight me in front of Jack in the Box because I told him not to smoke there. It's Johnny. And so before that, they were really rude to me. So I said, hey, you know what? So I went to the police station. They didn't open up the door. But before the guy wanted to fight me, that's when Honey Girl and I were up in BLM land, right? So I came down, walked with her by that. They wouldn't open the door. And so I'm sorry, I'm getting kind of mixed up with stuff, but it's all the ECTs. Fuck my shit up. But anyways, so I went to go to the Jack in the Box originally and talked to and I saw that they were smoking out there, and that's when I said that guy wanted to fight me because I was getting his conversation, and he tried to hop all over the place, and I'm like, he's all, let me show you your scary eyes, and his scary eyes. I'm like, no, they're not scary. I go, and I told him, I go, you need to climb back up where you were born, out of your mom's ass, and get out of my face before something happens to you. And so anyways, then it was the next day I came back. So he drove off and he was all unhappy. And I said, your mommy's waiting for you. So come to find out, he stole money. He just got out of prison. He stole money from Jack or Taco Bell and whatever. So him and the manager were both smoking out there. It's loser Susanville. It's what do you say? So it was like the next day I was going by the police station. They wouldn't let me in. So I just did a little recording outside. And then I went to Jack in the Box, talked to the manager, and she said, get out of here. I'm going to call the cops. I go, well, go ahead. They'll probably show for you. They showed up, and they served me with the order of trespass. And I said, well, it just explains what you guys are. I've heard that you guys smoke crack on the river with all the tweakers, and it's true. You know? So I couldn't, and I wasn't going to go there again, but I was, it was all recorded. So... and yet I'm sitting in front of a Jack in the Box here. Isn't it ironic, don't you think? And there was other times too, but I just, in the Chico police station, I told him, I go, you do your job. I go, what's the best tool in your body? He goes, my gun. And I go, oh, wow, mine's my brain, my mind. Can you fight without your gun? He's like, yeah. I go, no, you can't. You're going to be lying in chalk minus your head if you don't take care of the problem out there. But no, I'll never see you again, I'm sure. But I can fight. Bye. I pretty much say whatever. There's a couple other instances, but I don't care because Honey Girl's American Patriot, American Patriot. I've been nothing but harassed, trying to get them to do their job. And then you see the harassment they do to people. And I've told them before, I go, nobody cares that you're cops, okay? That don't matter, But if you do that to people, well, it's called every action deserves an equal opposite reaction. So I don't even call them anymore. They don't do their job. And look, you can totally see it, right? Anyways, this will probably get blocked, but it'll be on YouTube and Facebook and all that other crap. So there you go.